Hey everyone, this is Rachel Youngson from UsePLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. We are here for our Tuesday PLR Power Hour. Today we have a special guest, and that would be Kate Rieger from PLR Pump. I am unmuting you here, Kate.
Okay.
She is going to be joining us today to show us what to do with those PLR sales pages that we get. So I'm super excited that she's here. She's a bit of a PLR genius. So, Kate, I am going to go ahead and hand everything off to you. And
okay. Great. Can you hear me now, Rachel?
I sure can.
And guess what's not here now? That link for me to. All right. Do you have to do something like make me the host or something?
I did. I just made you the host.
And why isn't it doing it now? Oh, for crying out loud. Let me see if I can back click. Huh.
Do you need to jump out and jump back?
That link, yeah, I'm going to jump out and jump back in because that link that allows me to do the share is not appearing on the page now.
Okay.
After we stopped our test, it stopped. So let me get out.
Okay.
Bye.
See you in a minute.
All right.
And while we're doing this, just want to say hi to Dana Kay. Hey to anybody else who's just jumping in. For those of you who are just joining us, we're going to be going over what to do with those PLR sales pages today.
Yep, I'm back. Yay.
Wow, that was fast.
Well, I just had to rerun Zoom, I guess.
Is it?
So here, let me try it. Share.
Okay.
Here comes the desktop. Share.
Perfect. I can see your desktop.
Okay, you see the Zoom thing?
Yes, I sure do.
All right, we ready for me, or should we wait another minute?
No, we're ready for you. We are.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for retrying this webinar again. I really apologize for all the technical foo-faws last time. I think we have an issue maybe perhaps between Max and Zoom, but anyhow, Rachel and I have practiced it enough, so hopefully in the future that won't be an issue for folks anymore. But anyhow, when I was invited to this, I hope you're not disappointed because I understood that I was going to show you how to convert an HTML PLR sales page to a WordPress one. So that's what you're going to get here. However, in our introduction, Rachel introduced that I was going to show you how to upload the sales pages. And that, to me, is a different thing because you're uploading an HTML page to a WordPress site. So there might be a little bit of disconnect between the expectations and what you're going to see. If so, I'm happy to do the other version, how to upload your HTML stuff, in another webinar. But for now, you're going to see how to change your HTML web pages to a WordPress sales page. Okay, get my demo site here. Now, I asked Rachel to hold your questions, but by all means, put them in the chat for record keeping, and hold your questions, and we'll go through them because I'm not real sure how long this is going to take. Maybe it'll take 30 minutes. I just haven't done it for folks, and so it's kind of my first run too with you guys.
Yeah, no problem, Kate.
And at the end, I decided to go ahead and pull together just some quick notes. So I'm going to give them to you at the end so you have notes about the highlights in our discussion and demo, and also the links, important links. So you'll get that at the end. All right. I have a question here. Last time I asked folks, I think one gal had her HTML website up, and she mentioned that she hadn't done anything with the sales copy. Let me give you a heads up on PLR sales pages. If 99% of them have not been really tested out there, occasionally you'll get a PLR offer that is from a provider who has actually selling PLR to a product that they have actually sold before, and so the sales page is optimized. So I encourage you all to look through the sales pages and read them and see if there's highlights in there that you want to change, benefits of the product. Perhaps you've even changed the product and you need to add those in to the sales copy. This isn't going to be a sales copy lesson, but in most cases you do need to fluff up the sales copy a little bit. And that probably goes for any opt-in offers or lead magnet type pages that you get too. The next thing I want to talk about is if you have HTML websites or web pages up now, go ahead and review them, and it's really important to do this, and I'll show you why. Rachel, you see in my demo product site now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So let me click over to one of the freebies you're going to get is my Mediterranean Diet Secrets, and it has a sales page in it. And I'm going to open it up here real quick and show you that one and show you why you need to check this. Here it is when it comes up. And the only thing you need to do is go like this. And notice what happens. This is called a non-responsive web page. And this is pretty much a death sentence to you in this day and age because people are using iPads, they're using different size screens, they're using their phones. And so you need a sales page, especially if you want to make sales, that is mobile responsive, and it needs to resize to your phones. Here's another example from another PLR package. This one right here happens to have a VSL sales page. Looks great. Got a video sales with it. See, it's a little bit brief here. Again, just going back to, you probably want to change at least the verbiage on there. But if I squish it, no works, no good for you. So when somebody hits your sales page here and they're on a phone, which more and more people are, in fact the majority are, they're kind of going to be turned off. Here's another one. Here's one. This one is lovely and it works very well. And this is a product from Charles Hopper. And you see how the big difference there. And if I
Sorry to interrupt you, Kate. I actually didn't. It looks like it's frozen on my end. Can someone just put in the chat box, are you still able to see Kate's feed?
Okay.
Sorry about that, Kate.
No, that's fine. Just let me know. Did you see any of the examples?
Yeah, I'm still looking at the wealth creation.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like other folks aren't able to see what you're on right now either. We're looking at the wealth creation right now.
Okay. Let me go over here to see if it'll feed over. Come on, Internet. Perhaps I need to slow down. I wonder if I do a new share. What do you think? Is that too crazy?
No, we can definitely try it.
I'll try it here. I'm just going to go to whiteboard, and then I'm going to click back to. Okay. Now I'm hoping that you see a new page. Example.
Unfortunately, I don't. Maybe if I try taking over the screen and then you try taking it back. I don't know. Maybe that'll reset something.
Let me stop share.
Okay.
Okay. I stopped share.
Okay. Okay. And now if you wouldn't mind just overriding my share.
Okay, press escape. And it says, yeah, it says you cannot start screen share with the other participant is sharing.
Okay. I just stopped. Would you mind trying now?
Okay, okay.
All right, looks like it's starting up.
Okay.
Just taking just a sec.
Are we there yet?
No, unfortunately, we're not. We will be getting, just so you guys know, Kate's notes at the end of this, so we'll have something,
Yeah,
something to work on.
and you know what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and pull together a video of this, and you can share it to your folks. Perhaps the internet gods will bless us here, but
that would be great. That would be great.
Okay, alrighty. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm demonstrating, you guys, is a page that resizes really well, and you can play around with this. You really ought to check it with your own themes, your WordPress themes too, because a lot of older or free WordPress themes are not responsive, and all you do is you can either look at it from your phone or from an iPad or some other device, and also turn it sideways and see what happens then. And if you're not,
I see you. You're here.
If you're not, you see. Okay, you see it now. Okay, yes. I'm going to show you just on this. I can't. I'm on my desktop, so I can't really turn this sideways. But see how this is resizing itself. Are you seeing that, Rachel?
Yep, I am.
Okay. All right. So, and even if I take it, even squish it down here like that, isn't that great? So this is one of Charles Harper's products, sales pages, and he's got it all together as far as being optimized for modern technology and the modern user using phones and etc. So that's what you need to check for. Check for it on your WordPress sites too. And if you don't have a mobile responsive theme, it's time to look into that. Now, there is a slight difference, or it's a pretty big difference either. When you hear things that are mobile responsive versus that are mobile optimized versus a responsive, basically when mobile first started coming out, you had a lot of different gimmicks and applications and even processes that will change a standard HTML site into a mobile responsive or mobile optimized web page. And basically all it did was make images smaller. So if you're running on HTML page that has one of those older designs, it's still no bueno, because it's going to look goofy, or it's not going to be optimized for a desktop. In fact, people originally were sending them over to like a mobile website completely. It was a different website they would link over when it was detected that there was a mobile phone or whatever being used by the client. They were resent over to a mobile website. Responsive is what you want, and you want it to be responsive to different sizes of phones and devices. So that's what you're looking for. Now, what do you do? Well, you can go and look for, I did a quick search, but I'm not going to switch around the screens right now for this point. You can go out and look for how to make your HTML site responsive, and there's all kinds of help out there, but it's very techy, and it didn't make me want to go do anything about it. In fact, there are so many differences in it, because there's different CSS, everybody's code is different. They use different field names, and so it just really isn't something you can kind of say, okay, step 1, do this, step 2, do that. It just doesn't work. So what we've taught our folks in our From Overwhelmed to Mastery is a real quick fix, is to take upload your HTML, just double click on typically it's an index HTML page, and upload it to see what it looks like this. And you can actually I'm holding down my left mouse and highlight the whole thing all the way down here and do a Control C or a Command C on your mouse. Then go back over to your web page, and I'm going to add a new one here, hopefully with the speed of light. And I'm just going to paste it in here. Now I'm going to show you, this is not going to work too good. All right, so I'm going to paste it in here. And the problem with this is when you do a paste like that, you get a lot of div code if that was in the HTML, like right here. So you have to go back and fix all that. Well, that's a drag. So instead of doing that, what I recommend you do is open up your Word document, and this dead silence is me trying to get to my other Word document right now with the speed of not light. And what you're going to do is paste it into a Word document, okay? And if there's some typos and stuff like that, well, shame on me, but go ahead and clean those up. And now you're going to take this and do a Control A, select it all, Control C to copy it, or Command A, Command C in Word, in Microsoft PCs, and you're going to paste that over here. And notice how it keeps the formatting, etc. And in here, it took out the divs. It made it, as long as you're kind of updating current on your WordPress, it is now a much easier process to up things from Word into a page. Now I'm going to select no sidebar for this test right now. I'm going to publish it. And we'll take a view of it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's not as cool as the other one, but for a quick and dirty, to get it off your HTML page and to get it onto a sales page, that works. And then of course you need to insert your ebook, and I'm hoping you folks know how to do that. But we would go down here, and I'm just going to stick it in here, hopefully. Any images you need to add. So this sales page came with several buy buttons. I'm just going to pick one for right now. open that. I'm going to go ahead and get the ebook while I'm here. And I'll grab this one. Should have done it from this view.
Isn't it amazing, guys, how simple this is?
Well, yes and no. I mean, there's still something to it. Still, you have to do something to it, but and then we'll do a publish. Of course, now you're going, oops, what happened to my title? I must have clicked back. Okay. Okay, so there it is down there like that. Now, if you were to go in and make everything centered, you can take a look at that and see how you like it. I personally don't like a lot of centered stuff, especially on WordPress. That's just me. I'll show you what that looks like. Let's say we start. Let's say we do it right here. We do a center. And then, because I don't want to, well, I'll just go ahead and center these for the heck of it so you can see how weird it looks. I'm just going to stop right there for now. I'm going to do an update. View. And see how that looks? Yeah, pew. So I would go back. And I would definitely take out this centering of the bullets and see how that looks. Okay, so the top part is now. Am I going too fast, Rachel? Is this coming through still?
No, I think it's perfect pace.
Okay.
Can I say something real quick, guys? If you have
Sure.
questions while she's going through things, please feel free to put them in the chat box, even though we won't address them until later.
Okay, so that looks okay, but it's not great. Well, things have changed. Now you can buy themes, for example, Optimized Press, something I use. Some people hate it, some people love it. It's changed a lot and it's improved a lot. So a lot of the original hang-ups it had aren't there anymore. But again, it's I don't know. I think it's $100. Maybe it's a little bit more than that now. But you can use it on like 99 sites. And I use it all the time for quick sales pages. And it gets rid of goofy things like this. Here's your title. Well, this is a free WordPress theme that doesn't allow me to remove that title. Now, you may be able to find a plugin that allows you to do that, but you still have other weird things. Like, remember I chose, let's see if there's a different. Remember I chose no sidebar? Well, with no sidebar, all that space over there is weird. I mean, it's just blank in this theme. So let's see. No, it just has the no. Let's see if I put it back to default update, then it's going to put the sidebar in there. And personally, and I recommend if you have a sales product, well, there's nothing in my sidebar elements, so there's not going to be anything in there. If you have a sales page, don't use sidebars really. I mean, the whole point of that sales page is to sell a product. It's not to, have them scroll over to another article or even to opt in, you know. So you should be very, it should be very dedicated to the whole purpose, and that's a sale. But anyhow, there is a great little plugin I found just for this. Haven't played with a lot, but let's see if I can find my page I used it with. I started playing around with this plugin called Elementor, and see how it's cleaning up things a little bit, and making it more of a sales page. We don't have this weird gap over here. We've lost the test page title, and we have the sales copy up here. It's in red. You don't have to know, you know, any CSS or anything to change it. This is a large but smaller than the headline, and then it popped in. You can pop in images real easily. You can format it. The bullets, I haven't messed with the bullets, but I would probably want those to be more like bullets, and so I would have to look within Elementor how to do that. But let's look at Elementor. The plugin itself is called Elementor from elementor.com. And I'll go back and edit with Elementor, that page I just showed you. Okay, now over here on the left is your dashboard. And then here's your work area over here. So what I would do is I'd go back to, let's see, where did I leave off? Yes, you can eat, drink. Let's look at these bullets. Let's see if we can change something here. Bullets. Why are these bullets kind of weird? I take this out and add it back in. Make one a bullet and start from the top down and see what happens. It's not showing you very good. I see it doing it over here in the work area, but I'm not seeing it over in the sales page. So let's just do an update and see what happens. Oh, it does give you a view on how to look at it in responsive mode. That's cool. Desktop, tablet. So right now, I'm afraid I can't figure out within reasonable time why it's not showing the bullets properly. It may be a bug in the product itself. I don't know. And here's the mobile. So not to get too bogged down in why it's not working, I would just go over here and add a dash for right now until I got it figured out. That's the whole point, is to get things up and moving and not to get bogged down in the technical junk.
That's a really good point, Kate. Yeah, guys, it's all about get it out there, and you can change it later if you need to.
Right, sales page. Date. Right now I'm trying to remember how to get back to the standard view. I think we just do a back page. And let me go over and do a view. Okay, so that's how I handled that problem. I just put dashes in for right now. So that Elementor may not be the greatest innovation, the greatest solution. Like I said, I haven't played around with it a lot or worked with it a lot, but it's something that you can do, and it's free. I think they have a pro version too if you want to add that. And it's something that I think this part took me about maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes total to get this pasted up here. And that's probably about a third of the actual page. What am I looking at here? Not what I expected to look at.
And I'm sorry, you said it is free, Kate?
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
That's great.
Good. So to go back, let me take one more shot at these bullets. Like I said, don't get bogged down in trying to fix it. I'm just going to go back and edit page. And let's see when I paste it in from Word if there's something perhaps in there that is messing with Elementor's head. Interesting. In WordPress, it sees the bullets. Maybe it sees these as WordPress bullets, so I'm going to take that out. And try to give it another shot here. So if this works, my point is when I paste it in from Word, there is some code in the text that is causing Elementor to be unhappy with and not make bullets properly. So now I'm going to go back to editing with Elementor and see if we can get those bullets in. And I thought I said save. Still not cooperating there. Okay, well, what the heck? We'll just go down here and do another demonstration. I'm going to take I'm going to put an intersection right here. Right above the instant download. And it's giving me a 2-column. And that's not what I want, so I'm going to put a text in here. Let's see what happens there. That's what I want. So I'm going to go back to my Word document and copy that and paste it here and puts it in there. So that's pretty. Let's say I want to add another one, another element. Save real quick. And I wanted to add a text heading right there. This is a heading, but I want it centered, and I want it size. Let's do medium. No, that's not big enough. Let's do large. And if you're SEO wise, you'd want to keep an H2 tag on it, and hopefully we'd make this like something to do with your SEO keywords. So Mediterranean diet plan, and click update. Let's see. Looks like you can stick Google Maps in if you wanted to. Easy enough to stick a video in. Let me just go through the actions here. And let's say you would tell it whether it was a Vimeo, Dailymotion, self-hosted, or YouTube video. And then let's say it changed. If you put Vimeo there, you would want the link for your Vimeo video. Start time, looks like you can edit that. I would leave it at default. I don't personally like autoplay, but I know a lot of marketers like to have that turned on. And I would leave it, let's say image overlay. Okay, looks like you can choose a startup image to use as an overlay. This example already has one in there, or does not have it in there, it's just going right straight to the video. So let's do an update and let's take a view.
Now, I personally use Optimize Press, but I'm really impressed at what we can do here with a free plugin. I mean,
Right.
The ease here seems really nice.
You know, I know everybody's really geeked about free, and you know, your budget does dictate a lot, but there's always an issue with free. Like this right now, we've kind of wondering about the bullets. What the heck's going on with the bullets there? Well, you'd have to contact their support, which you would have to with Optimize Press too. But there's a little bit different level in free plugins, level of service with free plugins than something like Optimize Press. So I recommend, if you get a chance, to go ahead and buy a product like Optimize Press, but there's others out there too. So I don't even know if this is a real video. It looks to be, that worked out pretty good. And if you, like one of the examples I showed, I don't know if you folks got to see it, but I'll go back to it real quick here. Maybe. This one right here, remember this is what we got stuck on, isn't it? So you could go and take this guy and upload it pretty quick. You know, I mean, assuming you're not going to make any changes, or if you do make changes, you're just going to add those too. But what you got here is you got a headline, a subheadline, a video, call to action, an image, a PayPal button, or whatever button, and then your PS. get straight to the buy button, and then you have another image to upload here, or probably 2 images. So that would probably take you about 15 minutes to do. And you would have it optimized in. So let's go back and take a look at it. Let's see if we've got a responsive site here. Yeah, it's squashing just fine. Are you able to see that, Rachel?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay. All right, great.
That's beautiful.
All right. Okay. Well, let me look at my notes real quick here.
Sure.
Okay. I'm ready for questions now. Make them easy. I'm like you guys.
I think I haven't gotten much action in the chat. I think everybody's paying really good attention here.
All right, great.
It's pretty straightforward. So does anybody have any questions for Kate while we have her?
Oh, I do have one. I have one for you, which I totally forgot the very first question, I think. Does anybody know why you'd want to use an HTML page? I'll toss that out. Any takers want to answer on that? Why you'd want to use it instead of like a WordPress site?
Hmm.
You got
I
any
don't.
ideas, Rachel?
You know what? I don't. I don't work with these pages very much, other than creating them. No. Would it have to do with like ease of?
So why on earth are we creating all these HTML web pages?
I just know what my people like.
But why do they like them?
That's why I create them.
Well, I'll be perfectly blunt here. I create HTML web pages because everybody else does.
Yeah.
And it's another module to include in my products, and everybody likes more better than less, which, you know, we're all buyers there. But you see that extra bullet point, we got a thank you page and all that. Well, there's one big reason why. WordPress has a lot of overhead. And if you hadn't noticed, it updates all the time, and the plugins update all the time, and it's really easy, to people get backdoors. So WordPress can be kind of a burden. Let's say you just want to create a website that has, the proper business pages like a privacy policy, terms of service, contact, those things that you need. And a sales page, and a thank you page, and download page. That's all you want. Well, that's when you want to use an HTML website. And I'll give you an example of this, if I can find it here. So, here is another PLR, Aaron Shadron's. Arun, I'm not sure if I say it right, but anyhow, Arun has a product out here. It's how to write PLR fast. And it's an HTML website that he set up, and he's just got the bare minimum of what he needs to make it work, and he's branded for that. So that's the only reason I've really been able to figure out is if you want to put up a lightweight website that has only a few pages, and you don't want to have all the overhead of WordPress. Now, what Aaron could have also done is on his main PLR site, he could have hung this off the back end and uploaded it via FTP to his host, and then set up the pages that way. And if that's something your folks want to see down the road, I can create a well, I don't know if we need to go through, I don't think I want to go through a webinar on it, but I could create a video for your folks to click over to and see how that's done.
That would be great. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking the feedback that we're getting throughout the week as we broadcast this,
Okay.
and see
Great.
what everyone needs to see.
All right. Well, that's what I have for you all. I have a download page. If you don't have any more questions, are there any more questions? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Stopped in the middle of that.
Anyone have it? Oh, Pam does have a question. How would you upload the HTML page if you're not going to do WordPress? You don't have to.
Well, okay, I'll kind of give you the steps right here. I would create a dedicated folder over on your host. So like when you have an FTP connection or however you do it, I actually use File Manager through my host service. Like we're going to upload a file or something like that, and I upload my HTML product there, and it should be edited. But you can also edit it from that perspective too, if you do it the way I'm suggesting through your file manager. You can go in and actually edit the sales page right there. But I would, for sanity's sake, you might want to edit it before you uploaded it. And I would put it in a folder dedicated to that product. and then you would have to link like off a resource page or a products page or whatever you're doing page. You would create a call to action, say, go check out the Mediterranean diet secret, and they would click over to that HTML page. But like I said, there's a gazillion steps to doing it, and talking through it's not the simplest thing to talk through. So maybe that's something we can do, a video.
Yeah, that would be,
you
if
would
you have
upload
the time, that would
you
be
would
great.
upload your thank you page and download page the same way too. And quite often, I have the same tutorials in my tutorial set. It's just there's like I don't know 20 tutorials there, and I start from the top and I work through it. I think that bugs some people because they want to just know. I just want to know how to do this. And I said, well, like I said, there's lots of other things that come in advance of that. For example, you need to have your products edited. You need to have the graphics updated on your ebook. You need to have your graphics updated on your HTML page if you're going to update them so they match. In other words, it's not enough just to change the ebook, but you've got to change your HTML graphics too. And if you're going to brand it with your website, etc., if you're going to put new content in it, so that has to happen first. If you're going to have an opt-in that goes with it, well, you have to do that first. Well, you don't have to do that first, but you have to consider that also. The thank you and download pages, the same thing there. You have to have them edited so they include your contact page, your privacy policy, and that type of thing. So in my tutorials, I take them from the start to the end, and if you've opted in for my freebie, you should be having access to the WordPress tutorials. I may not have given you access to the free PLR training. I have to double check on that, but I'll go back and check on that. Make sure you guys get that. But the PLR trainings, like I said, 20 videos. But a lot of PLR providers, they will provide you with a PDF just how to upload, and that works kind of.
Thank you, Kate. That's really generous of you. Yeah. So that PLR training, that's is that over on the PLR Pump site too? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty great.
I'll go and check and make sure. I think I gave it to you, but I can't remember right off the top of my head.
And you had mentioned a program before, from Overwhelmed to Mastery. Was that what it was called?
Oh, yep. That's a program Susan O'Day and I compiled together. And basically, it's not so much how to edit your PLR, but it's how to take and optimize your website for conversions. And it's kind of, it applies for an authority site too, but it's kind of, Susan is a whiz at affiliate marketing, and she has something that we call the 20K page, and we did a little webinar on that. I'll include that link in the download page too, but that 20K page is basically, she kind of spills the beans on how she creates websites, and in particular this one website that's made her over $20,000 just from a single page. And it's those recommendations and those steps that we go to in depth in From Overwhelmed to Mastery.
Wonderful. That's pretty interesting.
It's another one that's it's 12 sessions, and each of them are about an hour long, so you got to prepare to dig into that one. But yeah, it's very thorough. And she's given away her secrets that she hasn't divulged before. In fact, we almost didn't do it because she wasn't sure she wanted to.
Well, that's how you know that you're getting something good, is if
exactly
it's that good. Well, does anyone have any questions for Kate while we still have her here? Any other questions for Kate? And yeah, Kate, if you wouldn't mind giving us that link whenever we have that free report ready. And even if you don't have it today, I can definitely get that free report.
Well, I'll just put it in. I'll just put it. Are we talking about from One Wealth to Mastery? I'll put it in the download here. Just take me a minute to edit it, and then.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, guys, what did you think? Can if you don't mind putting?
Was it what you expected or not?
Yeah. Was it helpful? Was it? Did Rachel totally miss the mark with this one? What do you guys? I have a feeling once they start responding, they're going to be happy because a lot of
they're asleep.
Maybe so, but a lot of folks have been excited about this particular webinar. So.
Well, when you introduced me the second time, I thought, uh-oh, I may have missed the mark on this one. So
no, it's
if
perfect.
we need to do the HTML one, we can do that too.
Dana Kay says that it was excellent, and Pam says it's not what she expected, but it's what she needed.
Good. Well, that's even better then.
Yeah.
Maybe what you need, not what you wanted. All right. Thank you, Pam. All right.
Okay, great. So, guys, if we don't have any questions, then we will go ahead and get that.
I'll send this notes page over to you in like a minute here, Rachel.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
You probably see it right now.
So then what I can do, guys, is I can go ahead and make sure that this goes out to you tomorrow, first thing when we do our email. Is there? Yep, I'll go ahead and send it then when we do our email tomorrow. In the meantime, if anyone has any general questions between now and next week, please shoot me an email at rachel@useplr.com. Next week, we're just going to do our regular PLR Power Hour. That will be Tuesday at 1 Eastern, and we will be covering any questions that we have or just carving out an hour to work on your PLR. Kate, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for the invite. And we'll be talking with you again.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a great day.